Good evening, one and all. We welcome you to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being and sustainable development 2022 in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Well-being. Good evening, one and all. We welcome you to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being and sustainable development 2022. Commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 75 years of independence, UN Sustainable Development Goals 2015-2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute and Center for Art, Sciences and Well-being. Before we start our session, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue to today's session. Today, we are commemorating World Lion Day, scientifically known as Panthera leo, also popularly known as Kings of the Jungle. The Great Plains Foundation has initiated, along with National Geographic Channel, a Big Cats initiative to spread awareness and educate people about lions and their conservation. Today also commemorates National Psychiatric Technician Appreciation Day or Psychiatric Technicians Day. Oft noticed and unsung heroes who dedicate their lives to caring for the mentally challenged, mental illness, development disabilities, and etc. Today also marks World Biofuel Day 2022 to create awareness about the importance of non-fossil fuels as an alternative to non-conventional fossil fuels, to highlight the various efforts made by the government in the biofuel sector. Today is also Vlogging Day, bringing a community of vloggers, creators, professionals and viewers and fans together to express themselves, create several healthy online communities that have no location barriers, and also to help others and build a lasting career. And this week also marks International Assistance Dog Week to recognize and honor the hard-working assistance dogs and also to raise awareness and educate the public. So let's briefly look into various commemorative days today and how they are contributing to the sustainable development. So let's look into National Psychiatric Technician Appreciation Day or Psychiatric Technicians Day, also called. Every year, is celebrated on the Wednesday that falls in the first full week of August. So this year it takes place on August 10th. Have you ever stopped to think about the people behind the scenes who dedicate their lives to caring for the mentally challenged or mentally ill people? In short, a psychiatric technician is easily just a person who is dedicated to caring for the people with any kind of mental illness or developmental disabilities. So it will allow us to give an glimpse into the realities of life as a psychiatric technician. So these caregivers can receive the appreciation they deserve. There is no known origins of National Psychiatric Technical Appreciation Day, but uh, we can guess that perhaps an organization like American Association of Psychiatric Technicians, in short AAPT, may have something to do with it. The history of psychiatric technicians is tied it closely with the history of institutionalization of people deemed mentally ill. The first SLMs were commonly known as by many intensive names and served as a means to socially exclude those who were unfit for the society. As early as 872 AD, British travelers in the Far East recorded observations in the Islamic world of mentally ill people being treated humanely, but it took centuries before this approach became popular in Europe and North America. As per Western uh, context, throughout 1500s all the way to the 1700s, the mentally ill of the society were treated rather barbarously in most hospitals and asylums. It was only during the early 1800s that hospitals began to view mental illness as a medical problem and shifted their perspective to emphasize the dignity of life of mentally ill patients. By 1940s, many treatments focused on rehabilitating the mentally ill to make them fit for life outside of any institution, and many different therapeutic programs for integration were developed. As the time progressed, the aim became to destigmatize mental illness and deinstitutionalize patients so that they would not feel detached from the rest of the society. This introduced the need for training of a variety of other mental health professionals for different kinds of treatments, which is how psychiatric technicians came into the being. Psychiatric technicians are basically mental health technicians who work with and care for the people suffering from the whole gamut of mental health issues, from neurological illness and diseases to psychological disorders and developmental disabilities. These often unnoticed and unsung heroes deal with a lot of different tasks related to caregiving and assessment. Their jobs can range from monitoring the physical and emotional well-being of patients to assisting them with their daily routines and monitoring their medication and personal hygiene. They are also usually employed in public or private hospitals and other care facilities where treatment and rehabilitation programs exist for those suffering from serious mental health conditions. So when we see, even in Indian context also, there were a lot of asylums especially dedicated for the mentally ill patients. Not only that, few patients were kept even within society, institutionalized, as an home, kept in captivity, but there was very little treatment available at that time. And even in the Western world also, we see that Ahmad bin Tulan builds a hospital in Cairo to care for the mentally ill, including using music therapy as a treatment. Some British hospitals in 1400s accepted mental patients. The most famous one is Hospital of Saint Mary of Bethlehem. You may know this as the infamous Bedlam Hospital, London. In 1600s, mentally ill patients received shocking treatment. The barbaric nature of treatments for those suffering from mental illness leads to a call for change of humanitarian grounds. And in 1800s, hospitals were revamped, recognizing the dignity of life with respect to the mentally ill. Hospitals are redesigned and built to cater especially to the needs of such patients. In 1940s, deinstitutionalization created a need for mental health workers. Treatments for mentally ill became more therapeutic, and the decentralization of mental hospitals means that the need for professional caregiver increases. That's where psychiatric social workers and psychiatrists and other mental health professionals come into play in providing mental health services. So psychiatric technicians aids care for patients with mental illness and developmental disabilities, and also work with patients experiencing mental health challenges. They typically work under the supervision of a licensed doctor or a registered nurse or a counselor with mental health as specialization, like psychiatry. The education required for this career is minimal, and one is usually on the front lines of psychiatric patient care. Most psychiatric technicians will tell you their job is challenging yet rewarding because it is very service oriented. Aspiring psych techs need a certificate or an associate degree in psychiatric or mental health technology, and some employers prefer candidates with prior experience. Licensure is required in some states, and optional certification is available. Certification in CPR and related is also required. In the spirit of true empathy, try putting yourself in the shoes of a psychiatric technician by immersing yourself in their world. This can be through watching videos or reading up on a day in a life of a psych tech, or you could step it further by shadowing a psychotechnician for a day. Either way, you can educate yourself on it, what's like to be a super caregiver. You can also attend events. You can locally, or you can also organize events where you can create awareness and invite professionals from psychiatric background, and you can know more about it. And also, it doesn't have to be a grant, but a token of appreciation can mean a lot to someone. Take this opportunity to give a gift or express a token of gratitude to any psychiatric technician you may or may not know. Just like a St. Angel volunteering at your local mental health care center or hospital can also be a way to show some solidarity and appreciation. While mental health dialogue and discourse are definitely on the top, up and up, let's continue to spread awareness about the need for the people to be mindful of their own mental health. It would ease much of the burden from psychiatric technicians and other mental health care workers and professionals if more of us take ownership of mental well being. So, different qualities that a good psychiatric technician requires is compassion, interpersonal skills, observation skills, patience, sorry, physical stamina. This goes without saying that in any and all service providing jobs, of course, but psychiatric technicians do need an extra large dose of this quality given challenges they face daily. That is compassion. They have to be compassionate to the patients as well as the caregivers. Interpersonal skills are very much required as you are closely working with people, and being a caregiver requires a person with great communication and relational skills. And observation skills are very important. A sharp eye and keen sense of awareness will definitely help in and come in handy as mentally ill people are most unpredictable. And patience is the virtue which is much touted yet so hard to maintain, especially when people one has to care for can be a challenging or even violent. And most psychiatric technicians spend their days on their feet. So looking for after their own physical health is a must. And a good pair of sneakers wouldn't hurt either. So having a good health and physical stamina is always a basic requirement for physical psychiatric technician. So this day is a day for the appreciation, for the awareness, for the need. We love it when there is an official day to celebrate people who may otherwise go unnoticed. So a day of appreciation for all the work that psychiatric technicians do and and the drive that keeps them going is just the way doctor ordered. And by being better informed about psychiatric technicians and what their jobs entail, one must spread awareness of the issues relating to mental health care, which may still prevail in certain societies. Issues such as stigma attached to the mental illness and the misconceptions that people may hold about the role and approach of mental health caregivers. Learning more about the lives of psychiatric technicians can help inform people about this field as a potential career path and may even inspire others to choose it. It highlights an area of need that is a great way of honoring those already serving in the capacity. So with this, we shall conclude the Psychiatric Technicians Day. Today also marks the vlogging day. Vlogging is also synonym for video logging, is a holiday that is being celebrated on every August 10th. It is dedicated to the vlogging and the people who make video blogs. Vlogging has become very popular among the people all around the world. It is a way for people to share information and entertainment on the internet. With consistency, hard work, and quality content, vloggers can build an audience and even gain fans. So an important part of creating video blogs is being able to connect with the audience and build an online community. Vlogging Day was founded by Summer in the city, which is UK's largest online video festival. The festival has been known to bring a community of vloggers and fans together. Creators, professionals, and viewers in the YouTube community can make lasting connections with each other during summer in the city. So in 2009, when YouTube started to become a very popular social media website, more people started to consider vlogging as a way to connect with people all over the world. The festival hosts several meets and greets, award ceremonies, live performances, expos, and discussion panels. A similar festival is held in the United States called VidCon. Vlogging Day was established in the year 2018 as a result of success of the Summer in the City Festival. It is a way to encourage more people to share their knowledge and experiences with the world. A lot of people have received valuable information because of the work vloggers have done. The benefits of vlogging go beyond the online culture. Creators have been able to build confidence, make money, and establish successful careers. Not to mention the communities that can build to care about and support each other. Vlogging Day serves to inspire more people to try vlogging as a way to express themselves, help others, and even build a long-lasting careers. With more people vlogging, we can create several healthy online communities that have no location barriers. As we have discussed, in 2000, the first blog was made Adam Contrast made a video of him and his girlfriend smuggling their cat into a hotel, and this birthed the first blog ever made. In 2005, YouTube is created, the social media platform YouTube was launched. And 2007, YouTube Partners Program was launched, where YouTube videos could now be monetized with the launching of the YouTube Partner Program. And Vlogger Day was founded in 2018, is officially established and celebrated worldwide. So the average length of a vlog is usually approximately 5 minutes, but some vlogs on YouTube can last up to 40 minutes. And the most popular, or rather gaining online traffic, is vlogs. So you should start a vlog if interested. YouTubers charge brands between $10 to $50 per thousand views. And it all depends on what you want to vlog about. Posting once in a week is a good standard schedule that may be flexible as per your convenience. Consider who your audience is and determine what they want to know. So you can create vlogs to solve their problems or share your knowledge. Vlogging day activities include creating a log, watch a log, and share people's video, and support vloggers by sharing their videos with others. This can be with friends or social media. So the most popular vlogger is PewDiePie is the most popular vlogger with over 111 million subscribers on YouTube. YouTube has millions of vloggers. The YouTube platform has over 50 million content creators. Numerous videos are uploaded per minute. YouTube records over 500 hours of video being uploaded every minute. The first YouTube vlog ever posted on YouTube was a zoo uploaded by Javed Karim, which lasted only 18 seconds. Huge traffic of around 37% of the total traffic is directed to YouTube, which is why network providers are offering cheap data plans. And by using vlogging, we create awareness, support vlogging, and make people happy. As blogs are fun for the creators as well as the viewers, watching videos online actually makes people happy, whether they are learning or being entertained. So with this, we shall conclude this commemorating this Vloggers Day, and then moving to World's Biofuel Day. It is observed on 10th August to spread awareness about unconventional sources of fuels that could work as an alternative to fossil fuels. So any fuel that is derived from biomass, that is plant or algae material or animal waste, is known as biofuel. There are renewable, biodegradable and sustainable sources of energy. Since 2015, World Biofuel Day is celebrated by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. The day honors the research experience by Sir Rodolphe Diesel. In 1893, he ran an engine with peanut oil. His experiments predicted that vegetable oil would replace fossil fuels in the subsequent century to fuel various mechanical engines. During 2021 video conferencing organized on World Environment Day event, our Prime Minister released the report of expert committee on roadmap for ethanol blending in India 2020-2025. He also interacted with farmers to know their experience of using ethanol and biogas. Benefits of biofuel are several. like a reduction in import dependence, ensure a cleaner environment, generate additional income for farmers and employment generation, etc. Several initiatives have been taken by Government of India to increase the blending of biofuels. Some major initiatives include administrative price mechanism for ethanol, simplifying the procedures, procurement procedures by OMCs, amending the provisions of Industries Development and Regulation Act 1951, long-term ethanol procurement policy, ethanol distillation capacity addition, and enabling lingocellulosic route for ethanol procurement. So biofuels are the future of energy in this nation and around the world. The growing use of biofuel will be an inestimable contribution to the generation of income, social inclusion, and reduction of poverty in many poor countries of the world. Ethanol and biodiesel allow people to burn a cleaner energy form of energy. The use of plant oil as fuel may be seen insignificant today, but such projects can in time become just as important as kerosene or petrol or any petroleum products and those coal tar products of today. Biofuels are the future of energy in this nation and around the world, as both we cannot drill our way to energy independence but must fast track investments in renewable sources of energy like solar power, wind power, and advanced biofuels. We should increase our development of alternative fuels, taking advantage of renewable sources like using corn and sugar to produce ethanol or soya beans to produce biodiesel. And the biodiesel has the potential to support farmers, especially family farms. So organic farming practices are something that are interlinked with the idea of using biodiesel. So with this, we shall conclude the biodiesel commemoration, Day of Biodiesel Day. And let's see about World's Lion Day. World's Lion Day aims to raise awareness about the plight faced by lions, scientifically known as Panthera leo. Lions are one of the most well-known and popular animal species. They are called the kings of the jungle due to their arresting and fearsome personalities created by their great bodies and heavy shiny manes. The lion's powerful roar is second to none, and it can be heard even 5 miles away. Owing to the pop cultural icons like Simba from The Lion King, lions are also loved by the children. However, while lions existed in large populations 100 years ago, today their numbers are just below 50,000 worldwide as a result of poaching and hunting. World Lion Day therefore brings attention to this endangered species by raising funds and amping up protection measures. The first World Lion Day came into existence in 2013. It was headed by Derek and Beverly Jobert, a couple who were passionate about preservation and wildcats. After realizing that lion populations have drastically decreased worldwide, the Joberts approached National Geographic for the brand's help. Forming a partnership with them, the couple came with the Big Cat Initiative, in short BCI, in 2009. The BCI's main goal would be to protect and preserve remaining lion species in the world. While aspects like deforestation, climate change, and human intervention may have impacted lion populations, studies have shown that their extremely low numbers may also have been due to with ice ages and natural environment disasters that have led them to becoming secluded only to a few countries of the world, namely India and South Africa. So today The BCI has made substantial leaps from getting 150 plus grant awards to reducing almost 3,000 threats to 3,000 wildlife cats to removing 13,000 life-threatening snares. The lion comes from the Felidae family of cats, that is, it is considered to be an apex predator. It is the second largest cat, weighing around 300 to 600 pounds, with the first being its cousin, the tiger. An average lion's body is muscular with a short round head and ears and a tufty tail. Its sex can be identified through its heavy and lucious mane, which are absent on the lioness. Lions can also happen to be the only cats which roam around in large groups known as prides. Scientists believe that lions do so because it is easier to catch prey in the wild. Their natural habitats are savannas and grasslands. You will most likely to find the pride of lions near the water bodies as they strategically wait for prey to come there for a drink and then pounce on them. So if you look back to this history, Carl Linnaeus, a Swedish zoologist and botanist, invents Felis leo as the scientific name of lions. So the lion is placed on the red list of the International Union for Conservation of Nature due to its African population decreasing 45% since 1990 as vulnerable species. In 2009, Big Cat Initiative is formed by Derek and Beverly Jobert in partnership with National Geographic, starts the Big Cat Initiative to save lions. The first Lion Day by the BCI announces in order to include the world in the lion preservation efforts in 2013. So we celebrate World Lion Day in order to shed light on the dwindling lion populations of the world. The wildcat is listed under the endangered and vulnerable species list by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. By vowing to protect lions at all costs, we can reject lion products, donate to the protection organizations, and promote them in our social circles. You can also use hashtag World Lion Day on your social media and change your display picture to that lion. And most lions live in Africa, just below the Sahara Desert. A small population, about 5%, also lives in the India's Gir Forest National Park. So let's all vow to protect lions, refuse to buy lion products, and donate your assets which can be used in the land conservation. So no matter how you choose to spend the day, make sure it's worthwhile by vowing to protect lions. Lions are natural predators that are necessary to keep prey populations in check. Apart from such environmental benefits, lions are extremely beautiful and majestic animals that have ruled the pop culture scene for a long time. So let's take a vow to be there for them. Whether you are looking to buy a new bag or coat or any similar paraphernalia, make sure you know where it is coming from. Refuse to buy lion products or any other animal skin products to reduce sales and market value. Time and money are the most valuable assets that you can give in today's world. Look out for national, international, or local organizations that protect wildcats and invest in them by donating your money to the cause. If you cannot donate, you can volunteer your time by either helping the organizations with volunteer work or by promoting the organizations in your circles. Young lion cubs are born with spots on their coats, but these tend to fade away as they grow older. A lion's mane will change color, going from light to dark as it grows older. And lion cubs are generally brought up together by all females in a pride. Females are mightier hunters, that is, lioness are better hunters than their male counterparts, and is this for reason that they hunt 80 to 90% of the time. Heavy and long sleepers, lions will sleep for at least 20 hours a day. For most of us, the Lion King was a huge part of our childhood or the past. We rejoiced at the birth of Simba, but also grieved with him over his father's death. Holding such a sweet memories and images, we cannot let beloved animal go extinct. So let's come together on August 10th to protect lions from all dangers. It is a reminder about the importance of preservation, and preservation has become a necessity more than now than ever. We cannot hope to live on a peaceful and resourceful earth if we keep depleting of its natural resources, be it water, fuel, or animals. We must preserve and protect the earth for ourselves as well as future generations. The natural environment has given us countless gifts, from food for taste and survival to medical properties, to the inspiration for technological inventions. Nature has continued to reward us since time immemorial. We must therefore honor, respect, and celebrate it. And ensuring a future for big cats. Big cats worldwide are under threat for many populations. Local extinctions are imminent due to habitat loss, degradation, and conflicts with humans. Lions have disappeared from 95% of their historic range in Africa, and their populations have declined 43% in the 21 years between 1993 and 2004. African cheetah populations have also disappeared from more than 90% of their historic range, with an 87% decline in resident range populations. The Great Plains Foundation Big Cats Initiative. In 2009, the National Geographic Society, in partnership with National Geographic explorers at large and world-renowned conservationists and filmmakers, Derek Beverly Joubert, founded this Big Cats Initiative, in short known as BCI, to halt the decline of big cats in the world. BCI made a substantial impact in big cats conservation, awarding more than 150 grants for work in 28 countries, funding individuals on the ground research and innovative field-based conservation projects to safeguard big cats and their critical habitats. This impact continues under Derek and Beverly's leadership. At the Great Plains Big Cats Initiative, the Society remains committed to protect big cats and has a renewed focus on supporting wildlife work, including development of new grant opportunities for explorers who are on the front lines of conservation. If anyone is interested in supporting explorers who are working to save threatened wildlife, safeguard ecosystems, and educate and encourage people to coexist more peacefully with animal populations, can visit and fund your local foundations or to Great Plains Foundation by visiting their official website. After 13 years, the National Geographic Big Cats Initiative is celebrating its success, understanding its experience, experiments and making a change to fully managed, marketed, and run NGO under the Great Plains Foundation umbrella. Conservationists and big cats specialists Derek and Beverly Jobert, who founded the Big Cats Initiative, have also founded the Great Plains Foundation, are now consolidating all their conservation and community efforts under one umbrella for even greater reach for solutions to halt of decline of wildcats in the wild. Conservation areas need boosts on the ground. Without these frontline rangers, poachers have it all their own way. But we often do not need armed anti-poaching forces. What we need are eyes and ears. We need teams who will show up and patrol, who will understand tracks and routes and know the landscape and surrounding communities intimately, and then to call in the armed teams that governments provide. And there is no reason at all that women should not be given equal opportunities to protect wildlife. When Beverly was born, the estimates for lions were 4,50,000 lions, and they have since declined to around 20,000 since recent year. Leopards and cheetahs, tigers and pumas have followed similar paths, but they have learned that there are vital things that we can do elegantly, solve the problem, flatten the curve, and reverse it. But doing the same thing time and again will not yield any different results. This then is a call of action to help us find solutions, but also one. This then is a call to action to help us fund solutions, but also one for innovative and even risky ideas with reasonable chances of failure, but high chances of significantly changing the big cat future landscape. So with this, we shall conclude, and we have already discussed about International Dog Week, uh, which is recognizing and honoring the hardworking assistance dogs, raise awareness and educate public. In this, there are if we look at the most intelligent dogs are the dogs from the breeds German Shepherds, Labrador Retriever, and Golden Retriever. So let's look briefly at the German Shepherd. Just give me a second.
all-purpose super dog. Meet the German Shepherd.
It's the German all-purpose super dog. Meet the German Shepherd Dog. The German Shepherd Dog is a member of the herding group. They measure 22 to 26 inches, weighing 50 to 90 pounds. At the very end of the 19th century, a German cavalry officer, Captain Max von Stephanitz, made it his mission to develop the ideal German herder. He crossed various strains from the northern and central districts of Germany, resulting in the ancestors of today's German Shepherd Dog. Von Stephanitz co-founded the world's first club devoted to German Shepherd dogs and spent 35 years promoting and refining the breed. German Shepherd dogs became popular in the United States in the early 1900s, thanks in part to the adventures of canine movie stars Rin Tin Tin and Strongheart. Originally developed to herd sheep, which he does to this day, his character and temperament uniquely adapted the German Shepherd to many other roles as a working partner and loving companion for his owner. Owners of German Shepherd dogs compete in almost all AKC events, including obedience, herding, tracking, agility, conformation, and many others. For humankind, the breed serves in many capacities, including as seeing eye dogs, hearing and assistance dogs, search and rescue workers, police and military service dogs, and therapy dogs. At Ground Zero on September 11, 2001, many German Shepherds served as heroic search and rescue dogs. The German Shepherd was bred to be a versatile, trainable, willing worker. It is considered to be one of the most intelligent breeds, and it has a great ability to ignore distractions and focus on work. This is a poised, confident, self-assured dog with a protective nature. German Shepherd dogs make excellent watchdogs and are typically reserved with strangers. Loyal, sensitive, and reliable, German Shepherds have a strong desire to please. They have been trained to perform an incredible range of jobs. This was the first breed trained as guide dogs for the blind. The German Shepherd dog also has a long and illustrious list of acting credits. That medium-length double coat is easy to maintain, just a quick brush every few days or so to help remove loose hairs, but they do shed more profusely once or twice a year. During these periods, you'll want to brush him more frequently to keep that hair off the couch. For more on the German Shepherd dog and all of your favorite breeds, go to akc.org. And for more on German Shepherd specific nutrition, visit royalcanin.com.
The story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. There is a four-legged crime fighter keeping our fair city safe. His long muzzle can sniff out trouble. His scissors bite can lock onto a limb. His powerful hindquarters and long strides can leap fences and cover ground like an Olympian. And his fearlessness, loyalty, and intelligence enable him to apprehend the slipperiest lawbreaker without endangering his master. Who is this muscular marvel of beauty, grace, speed, strength, and smarts? Who is this courageous conqueror who protects and serves us? Who is this noble warrior who has captured the hearts, minds, and bouncing balls of generations of dog lovers? Ladies and gentlemen, meet the German Shepherd Dog. Where did this special breed, often described as the ideal canine who can do any job known to dog, come from? The German Shepherd's story begins in Frankfurt around the turn of the 20th century. Cavalry officer Captain Max von Stephanitz wanted to develop the ultimate service dog to herd sheep. Guided by his motto of utility and intelligence, the captain crossed strains of German herding dogs and registered the first German Shepherd dog, a dark-coated tracker with the noble name of Horrend von Grafeth, in 1899. Horrend originated the breed that has become known around the world as a tireless worker and a faithful companion. Widespread fascination for the breed's astonishing versatility led the AKC to recognize the German Shepherd in 1907.
Von Stephanix was a German captain. He loved the breed, and so he got, one dog, the German dog, would be the dog of the country. He wanted to make this ultimate farm dog, ultimate herding dog, the ultimate working dog, a dog for the people.
The German Shepherd evolved into an impressive and powerful physical specimen. Their almond-shaped eyes are the windows to an intuitive intelligence that makes the dogs one of the smartest and most trainable breeds. And their thick, double-layered coats keep them warm outdoors. Then there are those ears, pointed and standing up like antennae, signaling a dog that's always ready for action. But maybe not always. As puppies, German Shepherds' ears are floppy down, giving them a brief look of goofiness before they grow up into their serious adult appearance.
A German Shepherd dog owned by Melissa Fry.
You do see that original purpose in the dog today. It's used here in this country a lot in herding, in real herding, not just in the sport. This dog wants a job. And if you own one, you'll see that he's always asking you, what do you want me to do next?
The German Shepherd's industrious character has also made the breed a natural for jobs beyond herding and tracking, like law enforcement. Captain von Stephanitz paired the breed with German police departments, forming the first canine units. And in World War I, the dogs served in the German army, earning their stripes on the battlefield as sentries, messengers, and ammunition carriers, in aiding wounded soldiers and even guiding injured and blinded soldiers to safety. Officials on both sides were so impressed that when the war ended, the Germans, Americans, and British began to develop their own squads of German Shepherds. However, there was a problem. The breed's popularity in the United States was severely affected by anti-German feelings from the war, and the dog's future in the country appeared to be over. But then, when all seemed lost, a German Shepherd who would become the most famous dog of them all came to the rescue, saving their reputation from defeat. Enter Rin Tin Tin. Towards the end of World War I, an American soldier, Corporal Lee Duncan, discovered a badly damaged kennel in a French village, which had been used to supply the German army with German Shepherds. Duncan found a starving mother nursing a litter of 5 pups and rescued the dogs. He named one of the pups Rin Tin Tin, after a good luck charm that the French children had frequently given the American GIs. Duncan brought Rin Tin Tin with him back to the United States and settled in Los Angeles. Rin Tin Tin grew into an athlete with matinee idol looks, even winning a local dog competition by leaping nearly 12 feet. He caught the attention of movie producers and starred in Where the North Begins, becoming a worldwide sensation and starring in more than 24 films. Rin Tin Tin received thousands of fan letters a week, was credited with saving Warner Brothers from bankruptcy, and was the first animal to receive his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Today, on social media, a video snapshotting the first year in the life of a German Shepherd named Dunder went viral, generating more than 10 million views. From the wreckage of the war to the red carpet, Rin Tin Tin was the dog who revived the German Shepherd breed. Yo, Rinty! Heavyweight champion George Foreman grew up watching Rin Tin Tin on TV and vowed to one day have a dog like him. When Foreman became a boxer, a German Shepherd became his training partner. The boxing legend has owned as many as 18 German Shepherds at a time. Roy Rogers, John F. Kennedy, Michael Jackson, Jennifer Aniston, Tyler Perry, and Yvonne Lendl have all owned German Shepherd dogs. Former Vice President Joe Biden added a German Shepherd named Major to the family, joining Champ, a German Shepherd who has gone with Biden to his Washington, D.C. office for years.
Tonight's final ace recipient. In the category of exemplary...
The AKC consistently ranks the German Shepherd as the second most popular breed, behind only the Labrador Retriever. And in 1987, a German Shepherd nicknamed Hatter became the first member of the breed to win Best in Show at the Westminster Kennel Club. And until 2014, he was the all-time top-winning male show dog of any breed.
Shepherd! The German Shepherd is won! The house is coming down!
Hatter was outdone only by Mystique, a fleet female who has been listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as top show dog of all time, with more than 300 wins.
Jimmy Moses and Mystique. Hottest dog in the country last year, Joe.
Both champions were handled by the legendary Jim Moses.
Breed is characteristically courageous, intelligent, and lends.
Aside from the breed's celebrity, though, it's their more familiar qualities that make them so beloved and desired.
With my children, the dog is a perfect companion. He's not aggressive and he's easy to train. To me, an easy-to-train dog that fits in and wants to be part of your family instead of running off all the time, this is the ideal dog.
German Shepherds seem to understand what their owner says, or is even thinking. They love to walk or run, love car rides, and playing ball with children. With their agility, German Shepherds can live easily in apartments as long as they can be exercised daily and socialized in order to remain healthy and happy. The German Shepherd's undercoat sheds heavily in the spring and fall. They are comically called German Shedders, and they have to be bathed and brushed regularly during shedding to remove all the loose hair. The dog knows the difference between right and wrong without being told, and most of all, will protect and defend the people he loves.
People ask about, which breeds are smarter. It depends on what you want to do as to how smart the dog is. When you look at why German Shepherds are liked so much is because out on a farm, the people who lived on a farm had a lot of things they needed dogs to do. They needed a dog that one would obey, that paid attention, that was not easily distracted, and that would respond when given a command. And so over these many years, they have selected this dog to do those functions. We call it pedigree analysis. You do that over 100 years, and you're going to find a dog that's pretty highly skilled.
Good job, Maverick.
These special qualities enabled German Shepherds to become the first guide dogs, starting in Europe. The breed's concentration skills and allegiance to their masters have helped visually impaired people lead independent, mobile lives in America since the 1920s, when Morris Frank, a blind teenager in Nashville, became aware of these assistance dogs.
As I put my hand down on Buddy, I knew that she was going to be my Declaration of Independence and give me back the freedom that I so long desired to go and come as I pleased, and that she also would be the pioneer.
A German Shepherd named Buddy was trained to become the first seeing eye dog. Buddy transformed his master's life. Together, Frank and Buddy pioneered the guide dog movement in the United States. Today, all of the assistance dogs bringing care and freedom to visual and hearing impaired people can be traced to Buddy's pioneering service. Morris Frank, with the Seeing Eye, also shaped passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Perhaps the greatest test to the breed's ability and character may have come in the aftermath of the 9/11 tragedy. German Shepherds working for the New York City Police Department risked their lives searching the dangerous rubble of the fallen Twin Towers to rescue survivors, led by a dedicated dog named Apollo who refused to quit even when the mission was changed from rescue to recovery. The dog's heroism generated greater support for canine departments and police forces around the country. To honor the 9/11 service dogs, the AKC created a program known as DOGNY.
DOGNY was AKC's major initiative as America's tribute to search and rescue dogs. There were 111 statues that were displayed throughout the city of New York for a few months covering the anniversary of 9/11.
The statues were auctioned off, and the AKC donated the $3.5 million proceeds from the project to professional and amateur search and rescue organizations following 9/11.
It was a gratifying experience seeing the American Kennel Club doing the right thing for dogs and for people.
More than a century ago, Captain von Stefanitz was determined to breed the ultimate service dog. Now it's clear, from battlefield bravery to living room loyalty, the German Shepherd can do it all.
Temperament of the German Shepherd is the ultimate mark of quality dogs. And the way you get good temperament is you breed them right, you socialize them, and you train them right.
say.
Teach the German Shepherd the vocabulary, one-syllable words. Be consistent. Use the right tone. You got the ultimate dog.
Good girl.
As we have seen, these are the most intelligent dog breeds. Let's look into another most intelligent dog breed than German Shepherd, the Labrador Retriever. These are also used as assistance dogs, therapy dogs, and a lot more.
It's America's most popular dog. Meet the Labrador Retriever. The Labrador Retriever is a member of the Sporting Group. They measure 21.5 to 24.5 inches, weighing 55 to 80 pounds. The Labrador Retriever hails from the Canadian island of Newfoundland. It's unclear how the breed became associated with nearby Labrador, but nevertheless the name stuck. Settlers came to Newfoundland in the 1500s and brought working dogs along to help with hunting and fishing. A few different water dogs developed from this, the Newfoundland being one of the most certain of the Lab's ancestors, as well as the now extinct St. John's dog. The breed began its steady climb to supreme popularity in the early 1800s, when Labs were spotted by English nobles visiting Canada, who returned to England with fine specimens of what they called Labrador dogs. During the latter half of the 19th century, British breeders refined and standardized the breed. Sportsmen in the United States ultimately adopted the breed from England, where they became legendary duck retrievers and America's most popular pet breed. Labs are versatile, easygoing, and friendly. True to their heritage, they usually love water and retrieving. They are intelligent and eager to please, and they respond well to positive training techniques. This is a very sociable breed, and Labs must have plenty of interaction with their families. They are slow to mature and can retain puppy-like exuberance until age 3. Like other retrievers, they love to mouth and chew things. Puppies should be supervised to prevent chewing damage and accidental ingestion of foreign objects. The Lab's smooth, short, water-repellent double coat is what made it such an effective retriever in Newfoundland, as longer-haired dogs could become encumbered with ice in the harsh Canadian winters. It's relatively easy to maintain, but it is a shedder. A weekly brush and the occasional bath should do the trick. For more on the Labrador Retriever and all of your favorite breeds, go to akc.org. And for more on lab-specific nutrition, visit royalcanin.com.
The Labrador Retriever, the most popular dog in the United States today, was recognized by the AKC in 1917.
They're a fairly new breed to the United States and a fairly new breed in general. There are no pictures on them in tombs as there are of Pharaoh hounds and Afghans.
The Labrador Retriever's ancestors came from coastal fishing villages in Newfoundland, Canada, not Labrador. It's believed that settlers came to the island of Newfoundland in the 1500s and brought working dogs along to help in hunting and fishing. When fish would escape from the rudimentary fishing gear, these dogs were used to retrieve the fish and haul in the nets. Different water dog breeds developed, and one became known as the Lesser Newfoundland.
Early descendants of the Labrador are definitely Newfoundlands. That's not disputed. Some of the other breeds that went into the mix are conjecture and argued.
In 1822, W.E. Cormack, an explorer from St. John, walked across the entire island of Newfoundland and journaled about the lesser Newfoundlands he encountered.
The dogs here are admirably trained as retrievers in fowling and are otherwise useful. The smooth or short-haired dog is preferred because in frosty weather, the long-haired kind become encumbered with ice upon coming out of the water.
These dogs became known as the St. John's dog, and it is the prototype of the Labrador Retriever we know today. In 1840, the geologist Joseph Beat Jukes also wrote about the St. John's water dog.
I observed he once or twice put his right foot in the water and paddled it about. He did it to toll or entice the fish. The whole proceeding struck me as remarkable, more especially as they said he had never been taught anything of the kind.
These skills caught the attention of a British sportsman known as the Earl of Malmesbury when he came across the dogs on a fishing expedition. He was so impressed with their workaholic and eager to please traits that he made arrangements to bring them to England, where he established the first breeding kennel to create the perfect hunting dog. In a letter written in 1887, he refers to them as his Labrador dogs. As the Labrador's popularity grew in England, in Newfoundland, the St. John's dog eventually died out due to a heavy tax and a British quarantine law. Sportsmen in the United States adopted the breed from England, and the breed gained more attention after an article entitled "Meet the Labrador Retriever" appeared in the American Kennel Gazette in 1928. The Labrador Retriever Club was developed in 1931 to preserve the integrity of the breed in America, when the breed was still quite rare. Before this, the AKC had only 23 registered Labradors in the country. But this all began to change as the breed became recognized as adept game finders and water dogs.
In the beginning, retrievers were bred together, what we now call the golden, the flat coat, the curly coat. Then they started distinguishing them apart, and then they were shown from then on as Labradors.
Initially, breeders favored black labs, but by the early 1900s, yellow and chocolate became acceptable too. All three colors can be born from the same litter.
Some people have their preference for color, but they really should be the same dog. Well-bred Labradors of all three colors should be alike temperament-wise.
The Labrador is high energy, friendly, and playful. Affectionately called Labs, they are a moderate dog, not extreme in any way. The breed standard says this dog is square or slightly longer than tall, a fairly large bone and substance. Its broad head and strong jaws enable it to carry the largest game birds, but they have what is known as a soft mouth, so they can carry waterfowl and fish without damage or puncture. Their heavy body set and strong legs make them powerful runners and swimmers. Its coat, which is short, straight, and dense with a soft undercoat, is weatherproof and protects them from cold temperatures. Webbed paws act as natural flippers, and they have an otter-like tail that acts like a propeller in the water. The same traits that made this dog invaluable to the fishermen in 19th century Newfoundland is what makes the Lab an excellent pet today. Devoted and obedient, no wonder the Labrador is so very popular.
The Labrador is so willing to please, and that has come through generation after generation. It seems like it can't be bred out even if you try to.
Labradors, with their high intelligence and even temperament, make the breed the perfect service dog.
German Shepherds were the original guide dog, but they were very one-person dogs. They wanted to guard their person as well as guide their person. When the Labradors first started to be used, they didn't have that protective instinct.
One of the more famous service labs was a British lab named Endel, who in 2001 saved his owner's life. In an emergency, Endel put his unconscious owner, who had fallen out of his wheelchair, into a recovery position, retrieved his phone from under a car, covered him with a blanket, barked at nearby homes for assistance, and then ran to a nearby hotel to get help. Endel was filmed almost 350 times and was crowned the most decorated dog in the world during his lifetime. The Labrador Retriever has also been used for service in war. In the Vietnam War, they were classified as military working dogs. Because of the Labrador's excellent sense of tracking and smell, they were put in combat tracker teams to locate the wounded as well as enemy patrols. The Labrador's photo op debut was in 1938, when Life magazine featured its first canine cover with the dog, Blind of Arden.
All the famous Gold Coast families of Long Island had Labradors, and he was one of the most famous field trial dogs, and so he got the privilege of gracing Life magazine.
One of the more famous Labrador owners were the Clintons during their White House years. Across the aisle, Dick Cheney had Labs, and across the sea, Prince Charles. Mainstream media has capitalized on the popularity of this breed. There's Marley from the best-selling book and movie. Downton Abbey features Labs as the aristocratic and loyal pets. And Budweiser upstages its iconic Clydesdales with a Labrador puppy to pull on America's heartstrings in Super Bowl ads.
They have those eyes that make your heart melt. They just have that look that says, pet me, love me, I'm your dog.
They've held the #1 spot on the most popular list for 27 consecutive years. The Lab is such a versatile dog, it's no wonder it makes a great companion for a variety of lifestyles. Hunter's partner, law enforcement for police, or service and therapy dog.
The dogs enjoy it, they enjoy the work. If you never see a Labrador that's not happy doing its job.
These same eager-to-please traits also make the Lab the perfect family pet who will always accompany you for a swim.
As companion dogs, they just are so sweet, so friendly. They just want to be with you. They don't love anything more than to be with you, except maybe food.
One of the more exciting events at the AKC National Championship today is dock diving, where the dogs seem to fly through the air into the water.
Labradors took to it like no other breed. I mean, they are consistently champions and winning the blue ribbons in those competitions because it is just right up their alley.
This dog's story holds the record with a jump of 30 feet and 7 inches. She also appeared on The David Letterman Show in 2014. The Labrador has much that appeals to people. His intelligence, adaptability, and gentle ways make him an ideal pet.
The willingness to please is certainly one of the hallmarks of the breed.
Thank you for the kisses.
With all that the Labrador Retriever can do, it might come as a surprise that since the beginning of the Westminster Dog Show in 1877, not one Best in Show has been awarded to the beloved Labrador.
The third most intelligent dogs, those are widely popularly used as service dogs or therapy dogs or guide dogs, is the golden retriever.
We are seeing everybody enjoying the summer weather. So whether it's being at the beach or going on vacations, hanging out on a boat, whatever it may be, a friend of the show has been having a lot of fun in the sun, and that is Kevin, the golden retriever. He just shared a new Instagram video with his followers, and we loved it. And before we start your weekend, we couldn't leave you without a social video of the day as well. This is a friend of the show, a golden named Kevin, who took a trip to the beach. And as you can see, he jumped right into the water, enjoyed playing in the sun with his friends. You know, his owner Elise says that he thinks he's the next Michael Phelps, and I tend to agree with that, given this video. Kevin always shares the best videos with dog fans everywhere. And as always, you can send us your favorites to info@akc.tv. We'd love to hear from you. We want to see your videos. Before we leave you for the weekend, here is a social video of the day. We love bringing you these. This is Simon the Golden. Got a bath. We're not sure if Simon enjoyed it or not. Seems like there are some mixed emotions here, mixed feelings towards this. But if you wait until the end,
Yeah. So these dogs help humankind and also in various activities, as we have seen, in helping people, especially the disabled population, and as well as the law enforcement agencies, and in sporting, and even at homes, they are very good dogs, watchdogs, guard dogs, and also protection dogs. So they are very friendly with children, very intelligent. They need a little bit of socialization, grooming, and a little bit training at the early ages so that they can be a perfect family member for their entire lives. So with this, we shall conclude today's session, and we will continue to learn more about therapy dogs, the assistance dogs, in the coming days as we are celebrating International Assistance Dog Week. And for the people who are from Hyderabad or nearby places, there is an international dog event that is being organized where you can get your dogs, cats, or pets. You can bring your pets along with you, and it's a free event. You can walk in with your pets. Even if you don't have pets, you can come there. There are a lot of breeders and NGOs and the pet food organizations are coming over here, where you can find your breeds, or you can just interact with the various organizations. Even KCI, Kennel Club of India, is also coming if you want to get your pet registered, and if you want to see what kind of breed it is, whether it meets the KCI or AKC breed specifications, you can get your pet breed certificate also. You can get them registered for them at the charge as specified by KCI, and a lot more fun games and the competitions, a lot more. So enjoy. The details has been shared in my WhatsApp status. If anyone still require, you can just text me. I will share you the link for free registration. You can enjoy the day. It's being organized on August 21st, that is on Sunday. So share a word with your friends and enjoy. These kind of events are organized across India at various times. Do take out some time to attend in your city, in your locality. And also, don't shop, adopt. Try to adopt dogs, especially Indian breeds are very much adaptive than foreign or imported breeds. They need a lot of maintenance. Apart from regular vaccination or yearly vaccination, Indian dogs are best suited for the Indian climate, and they are no less than any other imported dogs. So with this message, let's give puppies, or for that matter, any pets, a wonderful family home. Not only that, we can contribute to the sustainable development, not just adopting a pet. Because why we are preferring pets other than cows? You know, cows are the most compassionate animals on the earth, on the planet, for that matter, and they are very productive animals. You know, no other animal is economical animal as productive animal as cow. You know, with cow gives you milk. That means a lot of wealth, lot of health. You know, you get nutrition, all the nutrition is met, but only constraint with having a cow is a little more space. When we talk about adopting a cow, where as a pet, even cow as treated as mother or a national animal for that matter, though not declared, you know, no one can deny the benefits that one can obtain from a cow, even with physiological benefits, psychological, emotional benefits. And you can see an interaction with a cow can change you forever. So such an wonderful soul on the planet can be easily maintained if you have a small backyard or space in your home. Otherwise, we can have community goshalas as we were having earlier also. Now also we have. So maybe a community or a locality or an area can have a space like reserved for parks. We can have a space where we can have some cows to be adopted and a wonderful source where we can obtain a lot of happiness and also contribute to the sustainability. You know, I'm not discriminating any other pets, but when, you know, many people are suffering with undernutrition or malnutrition, and many people are dying with hunger, you know, and at the same time, when we look for the alternatives or substitutes in the pets also, having animals, you know, cow is the best thing we can have because it not only contributes to, caters to all the love, affection, and everything that it can do, any other animal can do. But along with that, it gives you milk, and you know, and it also, the urine that can be used as an organic manure, and the cow dung is used for various purposes. And from milk, you know, you can make so many products. You know, milk is universal. For starting from baby to anyone, milk provides lot of nutrients, and products of milk like cheese, yogurt, curd, paneer, butter, whatnot. Lot of products are there, and all are eco-friendly. You know, cows are known to be purifiers in itself. No matter what it eats, but it gives the purest milk. So all these give additional benefits apart from having any other animal. So we need to protect them, we need to conserve them, and we need to raise the voice of them. And those are the most beneficial, even if forget about the religious or for that matter, any other aspect. But even if you see economically also, they are the most viable and they are most contributing to the sustainable development as well. Not only that, there are a lot of spiritual benefits, psychological benefits, emotional benefits that we get by petting or by having a cow instead of having any other animal. So if possible, adopt a cow, or if you cannot pet a cow in your home or in your locality, at least go to goshalas where cows are maintained, or you can adopt a cow, or you can donate cow, or you can take care of a cow nearby goshalas and promote goshalas where, you know, we can get a lot of happiness, satisfaction, and you know, serving that compassionate animals. You can spend some time there. At the same time, they are very productive to the economy as well as to the nation also. You know, you can have dog or cat, but what it gives in return, you know, the same amount is spent. Even if a dog has to be raised, you know, at least 5,000 to 6,000, minimum 3,000 is the expenditure. And when you look what is the return, when you compare with the cow or with any animal for that matter, I'm not discriminating, but just giving. See, we need to have sustainable models. When we are talking about sustainable development, you yourself decide. It's not that exploiting the animal. You know, whatever little milk after calf taking, no, some excess milk you can use it for you. That shouldn't be anything unless and until you are abusing or exploiting that animal for your personal benefits or commercial benefits. A little amount can be taken, so that gives also an economic viability. You know, in the past also, cattle was considered as a rich wealth. You know, earlier people were recognized how rich you were by the number of cattle you hold. You know, a lot of wars and people, you know, earlier also when kings were ruling, they used to give cows as gift, and even the people were recognized by the number of cattle they have. That is real wealth even now. You get very eco-friendly and fertilizer-free food, and it's very easy. They are herbivores. They just eat plants, grass, and all such things, very friendly, and they don't hurt anyone. That most compassionate animal. So when you interact with cow, you'll fall in love with her. Such a beautiful soul on the earth. So let's all take care of cows, and that gives us immense pleasure, happiness, satisfaction. At the same time, it contributes to the economy and the nutrition of the nation and also planet. So with this, we shall end today's session, and thank you everyone for joining us. Feedback link is being shared in the chat box. Quickly fill up the feedback before you leave the webinar, and see you tomorrow with a different topic with the same links at the same time. Feedback link has been shared in the chat box. Quickly fill up the feedback form before you leave the webinar. So see you all tomorrow at the same time. Take care. Good night. And a small announcement, this August 15th, we are having a special conference as part of Independence Day celebrations. This is a very proud moment for all of us. So we are organizing, we thought of just having celebrations, but anyway, we all will be celebrating. Morning, we are celebrating as usual. And from afternoon, but we thought because mostly by afternoon, we'll be coming back from our offices, institutions, universities, colleges. So we thought in the afternoon session, post lunch, we will have some get together along with the professionals with some sharing about our glory of 75 years of independence, remembering our unsung heroes, freedom fighters and their contributions. So we are organizing a conference where everyone, irrespective of their age, profession, qualification, discipline, subject, everyone can register and join. And if you would like to share about glory of our 75 years of independence in any sector, for that matter, agriculture, industry, education, employment or research, anything you have something to contribute, even in terms of arts, culture, traditions, feel free to register and join the sessions as a participant, as a speaker, as a panelist, or even for that matter, as a collaborator. Everything is free as usual. So the link has been shared in the Telegram channel, on Facebook group, and even on social media handles. And if you still haven't received any link, if you are not part of any of these social media handles, you can contact me on my WhatsApp. I will be sharing the link. So kindly spread this word. Once in 75 years, again, we have to wait for 25 more years. So this is a wonderful opportunity for everyone to come together, celebrate. And we have one more initiative taken up, that whoever is attending or attended the series as part of various webinars, seminars, conferences, organized as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, for all who have attended as participant, speaker, panelist, if you would like to share, we invite you, every one of you, to share a short video, 30 seconds to 1 minute, conveying your greetings, wishes to us, and also everyone greeting 75th Independence Day. We will be happy. We are planning to make a wonderful video which can be presented on that day with the everyone. So whoever is attending, have attended, are going to attend, feel free to share a 30-second or 1 minute video with your brief introduction and your greetings for the day and any gratitude that you'd like to convey to the platform. So before we request everyone to actively take part, and everyone is going to be given certificates for their day, irrespective of, because that's a special occasion for everyone. So we are giving certificates for all the registered participants on the day, being a special day. So promote our event. This is our event. Promote it, widely share, and ask your friends, colleagues, everyone to register and attend and make it a let's together celebrate it as a grand event. Thank you all. See you all tomorrow at the same time. Hope you all have filled the feedback form. Take care. Good night.